Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to make keychain wristlets out of duct tape. So this can be out of any kind of duct tape that you have at home. Even the gray original duct tape would be fine. I happen to have some different, I really like duct tape. So I've got some random duct tapes that I find when they're on sale. This one was $1.50. I think this one was $1.50 as well. But then I have like the basic colors too, and but if you have just the gray duct tape, that would work just as well. And what I would recommend doing with a gray duct tape is get a permanent marker, and you can make a little pattern on it or a little design on it, and it will be super cute. This is one that I made a while ago, and it's got, I think, hedgehogs, and I just put a little pink band on it. It's a little long for my wrist, so I don't always wear it on my wrist, but you can adjust the size however you would like. You probably have a key ring at home somewhere. You can kind of upcycle one that's already in your home. I just found this one on the key hook, and it wasn't attached to anything, so I'm going to use this one. But you might have an old keychain that you don't really like that part of it anymore. Just recycle the key ring and you'll give your keys some new life, or keys for your parents or aunts and uncles or whoever. You can give it as a gift to them. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, it's summertime, we're gonna go s'mores. So when you're using duct tape, you can rip it on your own. It's a little challenging, but you can rip it on your own. For the keychain, I would recommend using scissors, because scissors just give it a nice clean edge, whereas like this one is kind of rough and we don't really want to use an edge like that. We want it to be a little more finished. So I am going to use some scissors for this. So I'm just going to rip a section of duct tape. And let's see, how big is that? That's about 14 inches. That's probably too long. I'd say between 10 and 12 inches is where you need to go. Okay, and I did rip that, but it's just easier to rip and then cut for me sometimes. Okay, but this gives you that nice, clean, finished edge. I'm going to make sure both edges have that. Okay, so what you'll do is you're actually going to take it and fold it into thirds long ways. So you've got tape side up, the sticky side up, and I'm going to fold it and try to press it out to where there are no creases in it, which is kind of hard, and you might have to give it a few takes with this. And then you're going to fold that last part over. And try not to give it bubbles, but just do your best. Okay, so all you're going to do here, this line where the tape meets is going to go on the inside of your key ring. So it will be something like that, right? It's going to be on the inside. So what you would do is take your key ring and you're going to slide this through with the seam up, and you'll fold it over and fold this over. And it looks kind of unfinished where that meets, but that's where this band is going to come in. It's going to come in and cover all of that up. So I'm just going to use the same kind of tape, because why not? And I want it to be a little skinnier, so I'm actually going to cut this in half. And again, it's hard to use scissors, but I think it gives it just a nice, clean finish. So I highly recommend using scissors rather than just ripping it. And I am going to cut those rough edges off. And if you want a thick band, you can make it a thick band, or if you want a really skinny band, you can make it a really skinny band. Mine's about half the size of, it is half the width of the duct tape. That's kind of the measurement that I like to go by. But again, so I have the seam up It's through the key ring, and then I'm going to make the ends meet, and where the ends meet is where this is going to lay over. So I'm just going to lay that over. I wrap it around. Now I've got a nice little s'mores keyring wristlet. Now this one is too small for my wrist, but sometimes I like something smaller. Like this one I said was too long. And again, you just kind of have to play with it and adjust how long you want them to be. But this one I can lay on my wrist if I want to, if I'm carrying stuff across the street or you know, into the house or whatever that might be. Sometimes I just like to carry it on a finger or something, you know, walking around. So that works for me. You might want to do something in between, but everyone's wrists are different, your hand sizes are different, and it's really easy and simple to do. So if you do one that's not the right length for you, make another one. And if you don't like it, you can just cut it off and start over if you only have one key ring. If not, just use a lot of key rings. But that's how you do a nice little keychain duct tape wristlet. Super easy, and they are really cute and handy. All right, thanks for joining me today.